Have you ever lost sleep trying to figure out why he suddenly pulled away? Have you stared at your phone, waiting for those three little words to pop up, typing, and then nothing? Today, I'm going to be real with you, not just as a wise friend, but as someone who understands how the human mind actually works. I'm going to show you why waiting for a message can feel like a mental prison, and how you can flip the script to get back your peace, your confidence, and most importantly, control over your own life. If you stick with me until the end, you'll discover neuroscience secrets that explain what's happening in your brain, simple techniques that can turn your anxiety into strength, and a brand new way of looking at relationships. Picture this. You're sitting on the couch, phone in hand. He read your message 2 hours ago, and still nothing. Your heart races, your mind starts spinning stories. Did he lose interest? Is he with someone else? Or did he just forget? Neuroscience tells us this happens because when you're waiting for something, your brain releases dopamine, the same chemical tied to pleasure and reward. Every notification feels like a gamble. Sometimes you win with a reply, sometimes you don't. And that unpredictability is more addictive than certainty. That's exactly how slot machines hook people. Your brain becomes dependent on the expectation itself. It's not only about him, it's about the chemical roller coaster inside you. So when the message doesn't come, it's not just disappointment, it's like your brain missing its dose of dopamine. And that hurts. The tricky part? The more you surrender to that waiting, the stronger the anxiety loop becomes. And guess what? The next sign shows you just how far this can go. Have you noticed yourself checking your phone every 2 minutes? You even get those phantom buzzes, thinking you heard a notification when you didn't. You lose focus at work, can't sit through a show without glancing at the screen, and even girls' night out turns into an excuse to keep your phone face up on the table. This is what psychology calls anxious hyperfocus. When the mind doesn't get a clear answer, it fills in the blanks, and almost always with worst-case scenarios. He didn't reply because he's not into you, because he found someone better, because you said the wrong thing. But the truth? Most of the time, none of that is real. The problem is, this cycle drains your energy, pulls your attention away from everything else, and puts you in a powerless emotional position. You start feeling small, invisible, like your worth depends on a text that never comes. And this is exactly where we bring in the practical part, because there are simple ways to stop this spiral before it takes over. Now take a deep breath with me, inhale, hold it, exhale slowly. Just that simple act sends a signal to your brain, you're safe. Breathing exercises and mindfulness activate the parasympathetic nervous system. Think of it as your body's natural brake pedal for anxiety. Another powerful tool? Writing. It may sound basic, but putting your feelings on paper organizes the chaos in your mind. Instead of juggling 100 racing thoughts, you see it clearly. I'm afraid of being rejected. And the moment you read it, it already feels lighter, more manageable. Fill your time with activities that boost dopamine in healthy ways. Working out, listening to music, dancing, even a walk in the sun. These moments rebalance your brain chemistry. And here's a game changer. Set boundaries with your phone. Pick specific times to check it. At first, it feels impossible, but every time you resist the urge, it's like you're retraining your brain. And once you calm the storm inside, you create space for the most powerful shift of all, rebuilding your self-worth. Here's a tough truth, but one that can set you free. Your worth isn't measured by whether a text comes through or not. Your value already exists, independent of anyone's reply. But it's easy to forget that when your entire mood hangs on whether you see online or typing on your screen. Self-esteem is built in small, consistent choices. Taking care of your appearance, not to impress anyone else, but because you love how you feel when you look in the mirror. Diving into hobbies that bring you joy, because they remind you your life has color and excitement outside of any relationship. Strengthening bonds with friends and family, because they're living proof you're loved and important. Psychologists call this emotional independence. Knowing your well-being doesn't rely on someone else, but on the foundation you build for yourself. And the more you invest in that, the more secure you become. And here's the twist, when you're secure, you automatically become more attractive. But there's still one final step to close this loop, and it might just be the most powerful one of all. Think about it. Who's really in control when you spend your whole day waiting on a text? It's not you, it's him. You hand over your power, your energy, and your peace of mind to someone who may not even realize the weight of it. But there's another path. Stop living at the mercy of a reply. When you decide your life is bigger than a notification, something shifts. You take back the wheel. You're no longer waiting to be chosen, you're the one choosing. You're not stuck wondering, when will he text me? Instead, you ask yourself, do I even want to keep playing this game? And here's the deeper layer. Sometimes, that anxiety about waiting isn't really about him at all. It's about you, about old wounds, unhealed fears, unmet needs. Facing that is hard, but it's the doorway to real freedom. Because in the end, the message that matters most isn't the one on your phone. It's the one you tell yourself every single day, I am enough. I deserve peace, I deserve real love. So next time your heart starts racing because your phone stayed silent, remember this. Neuroscience shows it's just your brain chasing dopamine. And you can give yourself that reward without relying on anyone else. Waiting on a text might seem small, but it's really a reflection of something much bigger. How you see yourself, how you value yourself, and how you choose to live your relationships. So let me ask you, are you going to keep handing your power over to that little seen checkmark? Or are you ready to start writing the story where you are the main character? If this message hit home for you, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with a friend who needs to hear this too. Because together, we get stronger.